Imagine a plane zipping through the night sky, en route to its destination, carrying hundreds of passengers from different backgrounds. Now imagine that big chunk of aerodynamic high-tech metal just went poof. Nowhere to be seen, nowhere to be found, nowhere to be located. Or is it? Greetings and good day, I bid to the honorable judges. My name is Yashvern JAGATISVARAN, a 70-year-old kid who's stoked to represent Smk Bandar Putra, Kulai, Johor. Some interesting facts about me is I love to make music and to explore different people, cultures and languages from around the world. As for school, I am a prefect and have participated in numerous state, international and national level competitions, among which include F1 in schools, in which the team I led managed to get second place in last year's national finals. Next is the BIEA STEM competition, in which the team I led managed to get best report. I also gamut the Anugerah Kecemerlangan Bakat Murid Negeri Johor allocate last year. Today I'll be reviewing one of the most engrossing books that I ever read, The Disappearing Act, The Impossible Case of Flight 370. The author of this book is a world-renowned writer that goes by the name Florence de Chagny. She is an ex-investigative journalist and currently works as a correspondent for a French newspaper. This book is being published by Matlack in the year 2021 and has 411 pages divided into 14 chapters. Now, I'm sure most of you have already heard about the tragedy of Flight MH370, a Malaysian Airlines flight bound from Beijing that suddenly vanished. To give you a little bit of a backstory, Flight MH370 was a Boeing 777-200 passenger plane piloted by Captain Zahri Ahmad Shah and First Officer Farid Abdul Hamid. The plane was scheduled to leave Kuala Lumpur at midnight and arrive in Beijing at dawn or so. On board the plane were 239 passengers of diverse backgrounds, typically travelling for business or leisure purposes. After performing a textbook takeoff, the plane was on its way to Beijing. 40 minutes being in the air as the plane was about to leave Malaysian airspace, the air traffic control bid the captain "Good night, flight MH370", to which the captain responded "Good night, flight MH370". Sadly, that was the last time anyone has ever heard from the plane. Enter Florence de Chagny, the author of this book. Having extensive experience in investigative journalism, not to mention an unbridled enthusiasm to uncover the case and mystery shrouded behind it, she decided to investigate it by herself using any and all available resources, besides making new findings and disclosing different hypotheses of the plane's disappearance in the process. Now I'm going to put myself into Florence's shoes as concisely as I could to spill out the theories and her point of view. There's a lot of theories circulating the disappearance of Flight MH370, some wacky and others not so. For me, there are a few notable ones that I'm about to share right now. First, a wacky one. What if the plane was being hijacked and forced to land at a remote island? Now, Florence wasn't talking about any random remote island, she was talking about a US military base that goes by the name Diego Garcia. Some people postulated this notion that Diego Garcia was the target for hijackers who took control of the plane. The next theory is quite controversial. Could have the pilot gone amok? It is possible that the pilot's suicide mission could be the reason of Flight MH370's disappearance. When the FBI investigated Captain Zahri Ahmad Shah's personal and private flight simulator, they found a similar flight route to the actual flight route of MH370. However, according to Florence, this claim is just a theory, and in fact, both captains were of sound mind and lived comfortable lives. So, that goes another hypothesis out of the window. Moving on, the book also mentions numerous efforts by organizations, countries and NGOs involved in cracking the case. The Malaysian government, alongside the Australian, American and China authorities, have joined forces to endeavour to find a possible cause for the case. Although significant, this discovery did little to bring the matter to a close. Until today, it still remains a modern-day mystery. All in all, The Disappearing Act, The Impossible Case of MH370 is a must-read for all Malaysians. The trials and tribulations of those involved, be it with the victims, families, and local authorities, has taught me that we should not take everything for granted. Who knew such an incident would befall the innocent, unassuming passengers of flight MH370? Although this mystery will remain a mystery for years to come, the efforts shown by the Malaysian government is a stellar example of how one should never give up even when others considered it as a loss. Final words from me: if you want to get more information about MH370 or just love aviation in general and investigative journalism, this book is definitely for you. That's all from me. Thank you for your time, thank you for the opportunity, and catch you on the 18th. Bye!